Hello everyone, my name is ArcBean, and in today's video we're going to be ranking some of the music discs. The reason I say some and not all is the total runtime for all the music discs is about 38 minutes, and that's kind of a long video. So we're just going to do the first 7 of 13. As you can see here in this chest, I've divided them up. This is just the order that they show up in the creative inventory. This is not some specific order. So we'll start today with these first 7 right here. And in a part 2 video, we'll go ahead and do the last 6. The part 2 video will not take place of my regular Friday upload. Hopefully it'll be out here within the next few days, and we'll have something else for our Friday video. Right here we have our chart. We have the S through C tier, S of course being the best, A second, B, and C. We'll just throw an item frame up there and the disc based on where we put it. These are just my opinions. If you're mad and disagree, let me know down in the comments. This video won't be so entertaining visually, as while the video is playing, I'm pretty much just going to be standing here staring at the jukebox so the sound is centered and not coming out of one side or the other. So this is a good video for you to have playing while you're doing something else, but it won't be the most entertaining to watch. So without further ado, let's get started with our first disc, 13. Alrighty, and that concludes the first disc, 13. That disc, I think when I read up about it, it was supposed to be like cave noises, but at least in my opinion, it gave me sort of underwater vibes, like if you were swimming through a Minecraft ravine that's underwater or something. That one was pretty good. I did like it. Wouldn't say it's S-class material, but I'll give it a solid A tier. Alright, we'll move on to our next disc here, which will be Cat. Alrighty, that's the end of Cat. For me, when I first listened to this one, I got the feel that it was like from the end of one of the older Pokemon games, like Pokemon Yellow's the one I played. Could be an end credit scene or just background music in general. And as I enjoyed those games, and this honestly didn't even sound that bad, I'll call it another A tier. Alrighty. The next disc is Blocks. This one I believe has the longest runtime of almost 6 minutes. So don't hold your breath on this one. But here we go. And that's the end of Blocks, the longest disc in the inventory. If you couldn't tell, it was sort of divided into thirds, and the first two thirds were simply not my cup of tea. The last third was slightly better, but I don't think it was that good enough to get it out of C tier for me. It's just a little bit too long, and it's just not my cup of tea, like I said a second ago. So that's why I put it in the C tier. Our next one is Chirp. Now, I know this one makes birds dance, which we can actually do that real quick. I don't know if birds dance to all songs, the parrots anyways. We'll see here. There we are. Okay. If we plop a bird down right there, slap this in there. Alrighty, so this one did make the bird dance a little bit at the beginning, although I honestly expected it to stay dancing throughout the duration of the song, but it didn't. This one sounded pretty good. It wasn't bad at all. Although, if you're gonna, in my opinion, if you make a disc about birds chirping, it should be a little bit more bubbly and happy, sort of like birds seem sometimes, like at least the small ones and not the vicious ones, but birds seem sort of chattery little creatures, but this song didn't really fit that vibe. So, but because it didn't sound bad, we won't put it in C tier, put it in the B tier. Alrighty, let's grab this inventory here. The next music disc we have on the agenda is Far. Go ahead and plug this one in. Alrighty, so that's far. Definitely made me feel like we were traveling somewhere. And if you guys can recall when the small hand drum kicked in, when I was picturing what I was doing during this song or whatever, that hand drum sort of signaled my arrival at my destination after a long journey or something like that. So because it was pretty good sounding and because it fit the theme, A tier. Put that right up there. Get rid of these here. And up next we have Maul. And there you have it. That was Maul. It had sort of two conflicting styles, I think it was going for. There was the more upbeat of the beat itself, and then there was the synthesizer in the background, and it wasn't horrible. It sounded okay together, but um, this, like when the synthesizer first kicked in right about the middle, it just felt kind of off. So because it wasn't horrible, like blocks, we'll put in the B tier. And our last disc, I believe, for today is Melohi. At least I think that's how you say it. Melohi. Melohi. Melohi it is. And there you have it, Malohi, one of the shorter songs. Do like the instrument that first came up. That sort of sounded like a stringed instrument. I used to be in the orchestra myself, at least for school and stuff, and so I really do appreciate the string instruments. It sounded sort of like a old-fashioned horror movie, like something the protagonist was sneaking around and something was sneaking to try to find it. So it was pretty good. Like I said, I appreciate the strings, and you could clearly see, or at least I could clearly envision what I thought the song felt like, although I have no idea how that relates to the word Malohi. But despite that, I'll give that an A tier. Alright, that's all the discs we have for today. I don't know if you guys heard or not, but there was a couple cars that, loud cars that went by. I could do a retake, but honestly, in the neighborhood I'm in, the odds of it just happening in the next take are pretty high, so we're just going to leave it as it is. If you guys disagree or agree with any of this, feel free to drop a comment below, and of course we can add more blocks here if we run out of space. But that's all we have time for today, and I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.